Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a good couple of days since I last filmed, mainly because I have just been packing and I'm pretty ungrounded at the moment because I'm literally leaving the country and it's just a lot to sort out, packing and everything. All that comes with a move, and I am trying to sort out everything because I want to lead a life of a minimalist and I don't feel attached to anything I have. And so I'm not taking a lot with me, but it just needs a bit of organization and working out as to what I do in terms of getting that sorted. However, I wanted to get some messages for this week because it's quite a potent time, mainly because we've just had the full moon lunar eclipse, and it's quite a heightened time, and it's a time of where you are closing a lot of chapters. If you're uncertain in this time, do take it into account that the uncertainty is meant to be here, mainly because you are receiving certain old things from the past maybe, and you're meant to close certain chapters or certain belief systems, certain people in your life right now in this time, before you go and manifest the next thing. Right now is not really the best time to manifest. It's more of making peace with certain endings, letting that go and making a new start, which will most likely come next week or the week after. So take your time in ending certain things. We do go into Mercury retrograde, if you believe in that. For me, I don't know if it really has ever reflected for me exactly what the connotations with Mercury retrograde are, past things coming up, with communication being really difficult, travel delays and all these things, sometimes it has been true, but also other times it hasn't been. So it really it's on your own judgment. Make your own judgment on that. But we are entering that phase. It's just good to know how the planetary alignments are happening. And also on the 8th of April, we are entering a solar eclipse. And it's most likely to be very new beginnings from then on. That being noted, and we're also entering into springtime. Or is it summer? Wait. No, springtime. Blank moment. I have got the Rider-Waite tarot deck here. Let's get some messages and what can we do this week to really let go of things gracefully and really it's not really about working out the next steps, but more so how do we close certain chapters to make room for the new. I'm literally letting go of so much stuff, and it feels amazing. It feels just so freeing to be not attached. I'm laughing because an interesting card just came out. To be not attached to things. Yeah. All right. We got 4 cards that have flipped out here. The Tower, massive changes, upheaval of your current life, certain endings. Yep, that's the phase that you are in currently. King of Wands, or Tower is right now happening or coming. King of Wands indicates passion. Really, the way I see this card is after this Tower moment that is going to happen, you're going to be full of passion for the things that you want to do. If you're lacking that passion right now, clarity, if you're feeling wait, I don't know what's happening, what am I meant to do? Shall I do this? Shall I do that? Not the time to make a decision. You need to end certain things first. It's a very reflective time, so it's great and especially since the winter season is ending, it's great time to reflect back on past 6 months or so to really get an idea of what has been happening. What did you learn? What would you not want to take on with you in the next phase of your life? This is what it's here for. What do you want to take with you in the next phase of your life? How do you want to show up in the world next? It's a choice. It's a choice that you are getting. Here is a card of Five of Pentacles, which is being left out in the cold. It kind of, the card that we got after that is Two of Cups. Okay. It's the end of this wintry being left out in the cold and being alone in a way, or feeling alone at least. It's the end of that time. So that's the message I'm getting here. The change that is going to happen with the Tower is going to lead you to this King of Wands energy, where you'll have fashion. You may have fashion. You will have this fiery passion. This fiery passion that's going to lead you out of this feeling like you're in the left out in the cold, or at least if you felt like that in the last couple of months, it's the ending of that. It's closing those chapters, and now you're entering a new phase, going into those new things. Two of Cups, strengthening the relationship with yourself. You are more forgiving. You are, even if you made mistakes or if you did certain things which you may not be proud of, instead of berating yourself or beating yourself up, you're taking it as a lesson. You're thinking about it objectively and looking at it. All right, this didn't work. That worked. That wasn't the right decision. That was the right decision. It kind of made sense why I did that, especially if you can see why you did certain things and kind of realize that instead of saying, why am I so stupid? Why would I do that? What the hell is wrong with me? All these things. Instead of saying all these things, instead you are saying, I made that decision because in that time, the four pillars of my life were not stable, which is health, wealth, connected to God or your purpose, or feeling like you have sense of belonging or connections. And if one of those four pillars is not stable, your decision-making process will be based on fulfilling your needs in one of those pillars or more. So if you have made past decisions which you regret, or you feel like, I made those decisions because, I wanted to do that, or simply because you wanted to experience certain things, you're closing out a chapter and you kind of took that chance, and then I think that's okay. I think if you can see it objectively and you're self-aware that this does not impact your self-worth, it's a lesson to take in the future. And you can see that, okay, my first priority right now is to fulfill those four pillars. How can I go and do that? And the way to do that is by slowly building on them one by one. Take a stock of things. It's time to take stock of things right now. How is your health? What can be improved? Maybe you want to get like certain tests done, like not like tests like that, but like health tests. What I mean by that is checking your glucose level, vitamin D. If you're feeling low energy, maybe it's more to do with that. Maybe certain supplements can help. Take a stock of where you are. How is your health in current position? How is your wealth in current position? Is it doing okay, or would you like to build more? And if you would like to build more, just check where you are right now. Instead of being embarrassed about looking at your bank account or other things like that. We don't do that. We also don't make fun of ourselves if one of those pillars are not in line. Often people use self-deprecating humor to really kind of shadow the real feelings about those pillars. What you would really like is to thrive and be in space where you are seen, recognized, respected, and all of those things are meant. But and sometimes people use those self-deprecating jokes and things like that when certain pillars are not met. And whilst that's okay, I personally don't promote that in any way. We own our decisions. We made those decisions based on what we wanted at the time. Okay, if it wasn't the best, right, let's see what's there to unpack. We move on from it. Going back to the four pillars, your sense of purpose. How connected are you to the source, the universe, the God, your spirit guides? Are you communicating with them it, they, she, he, whatever pronoun you want to use. Are you connected to the source? Are you connected to God? Because that is the basis of everything. That is literally what is going to be with you. This belief system is going to be with you throughout your journey and throughout your whatever next steps you take. So that is something to bear in mind. Fourth pillar, your sense of belonging and connections. Do you have friendships here? Do you have connections? Your partners, your family, your doesn't have to be those, but are those needs fulfilled by a sense of community? Do you feel like you have a sense of community, people around you who are there to help you, and you help them? It's just a very beautiful exchange between this community that you have built. Do you have that? Do you have that sense of belonging? If some of those pillars are not fulfilled, that's okay. At least now you have a stock. You know those 4 pillars. What is not, like, I kind of like to see it as like a tank filling up. You can see that, like, now, okay, it's maybe like until here. Maybe this one is at the top, which is great. And maybe this one is here or somewhere down here. So that's the analogy and visualization I would like you to take on, and take a stock of those things for this week. That's it. We're not going into the next step at the moment as to what we want next or how we can improve them. You can if you feel called to do so, but take a stock of that, because that will give you more clarity as to what you are wanting next, which is a great time to do in the next 2 weeks. Try and figure out what is the next priority, because we can have it all, we can do it all, but not at the same time. We can't do everything at the same time. Let's get more cards. What else do we need to know about the next week or so? Boundaries. 9 of Wands. All right. Get your boundaries up. Some people, it's a vulnerable time. Some people will try and poke it. Judgment. Yeah. And if people try and poke your boundaries and it's leading you to like judge yourself or judge other people regarding something that they are doing or you're doing, or even if you are kind of feeling like, wait, my boundaries are they are weakening. It's okay. Yes, sometimes they weaken because your 4 pillars are not met. And if those 4 pillars are not met and your boundaries feel like, they are kind of like getting at a lower stage, what can help you is to have a deeper connection with God and cleansing yourself. My friend Michelle, she has a great course on cleansing your energy. Do check it out. How to cleanse your energy. How can you feel more like you are cutting cords to the past situations, people, places. You want to cut those cords, especially if you're making a fresh new start. That's what you want to do. But in terms of the boundaries here, what we are getting is that if they are going down, call on God, call on source, call on universe, call on to your spirit guides. Almost like, it's not even a prayer, it's almost like a conversation, like, I need extra help. I really would like help. And if there are people in real life who are reaching out to help you, take that help. You say, I really would like help. I can't do it all alone. It's feeling really overwhelming. And I could really use help in finishing certain things and organizing certain things. And you say that. You surround yourself with the people that you feel a bit more comfortable with. Yeah. All right, let's see. It doesn't feel complete, this reading, so I want to get 2 more cards. Knight of Pentacles. All right. Patiently moving. All right. It's not coming out. All right. It's time. All right, you're entering a restart of your journey. So it's time for slow, strategic steps. Slow, strategic steps. You can't do it all straight away, especially if you're ending things right now. You are closing chapters. Great. Now, when the time comes next week or the week after to build, once you have more clarity, when you're building the new, it's going to require small, steady, stable, strategic steps, all the S's. And it's going to be hard work too. It's not going to be just simple like things, by hard work I don't mean overworked. I don't mean burnt out and you're like, oh, I can't do it. It just means that it requires consistency, patience, and really dedicating yourself and committing yourself to certain goals. That's the next phase of your life. If you're watching this video, that's the next phase of your life. And you're just going to have to be patient, because Knight of Pentacles is really about these slow strategic steps, making sure you have your 4 pillars met. It's about filling up to the top your 4 pillars. Yeah, that's the message I get. Let's get a last couple of messages from this deck, Tosha Silver's. This is an oracle deck, so we will get a bit more of the reading will be more, oracle based. So what messages we get. Oh, wow, okay. Got quite a lot, but we will take these 2. These are my brand colors too, so I'm so happy that these 2 cards came up. All right, here's what I get. Companionship. When you fully bless and embrace your aloneness, you're ready for the ones who are meant to be with you. May I welcome this solitude, knowing it will open the way for all healthy relationships. Completely the most wonderful message that we've got here. And I'm going to read this as well, and then I'll give my interpretations. And the next card that we got was being enough. The innermost heart says you are enough. Nowhere to go, nothing to get, nothing to change. No need to grow more deserving. You, yes, you are love. You are completely enough. You don't need to do more and build yourself more, to learn more, to create more, to feel like you are worthy and deserving of a certain relationship, companionship. I just spent the last 3 months truly embracing my aloneness, really getting to reflect further and further on my journey thus far and what I have done, what I have seen, how I feel about myself. And I've really been doing that. And that time, working alone, living alone, and deepening my connection with the universe or God or source, whatever you want to call it, has really led me on a path where I accepted that, if in the future I am meant to be leading this life alone with my mission, that's enough. That has to be enough. And I truly embraced it. And since then, I have been having such beautiful friendships, people who are really willing to help me out in any way, shape or form, and I for them. It's a very equal, wonderful exchange of community and just like humanness and kindness, and that and reliability. It's because you are relying on yourself. This time of solitude is really a time for you to build reliability within yourself, that no matter what a situation happens, no matter decisions that I have made in the past, you're the one you're gonna have to live with them, and you're gonna have to make peace with those. And if you haven't made peace with those decisions and things, it's time now to reflect on them and make peace with them and see what can you do to really either cut a cord from that. What I mean by that is it something that is just like kind of dragging you down? Well, then how can you make peace with it? You make peace with it by saying, hey, I acted in the way that I did. You can say, I made a mistake, okay? And it was because my mind was trying to make sense of certain things, and I was not completely fulfilled in certain situations, and that's why I acted in the way that I acted. Okay, now going forward, I'm not going to be doing that because I learned from that situation, and now I know exactly what to take with me in the future situations. All right, that's what you do. And if you're a bit more into making this into a ritual, you can, of course, sage, do a lot of things like cleanse yourself fully, salt baths, salt baths, lavender water, spraying it around you, just making yourself a lot more cleaner. You can do all of those things, and those will help you. And you are completely enough. You don't need to do anything more, get another degree or something to be enough for a companionship, because it doesn't have to do anything with that. It has to do with how do you feel? How do you feel about yourself? If you were to be alone for the next years, would that be okay? Yeah, as long as you are fulfilled, your pillars are being filled up, and you feel like you're stepping forward one step at a time. Your connection to yourself, to your God is there. You are putting yourself first no matter what, not overextending yourself. You are helping people, but the right people who are also going to help you. We don't just throw away our precious energy on anyone. And do we feel like we are treated well? You're doing things that or you're putting yourself into situations that treats you well. Yeah, that's what I'm getting here. All right, I feel like that was a very nice, beautiful reading with lots of messages there and what is happening within the next week. Remember, you don't need to make decisions in the next week. It's closing chapters time. Clarity may not come right now, and especially if you're in this uncertainty and feeling like, I need to know what I'm doing next, just wait a little bit. It just requires a little bit of patience, because I'm pretty sure it's going to clear out in the next week or so. And right now you're going through some upheaval that takes a bit of energy, so allow yourself patience, time, and compassion before you can start the next thing. All right, wonderful people. I hope you enjoyed this reading. If you did, please hit the like and subscribe button, and do tell other people who may benefit from this reading, and who may gain more information from this and get comfort from readings like this. If you would like a personal reading, do reach out via Instagram, or you can always email me as well. All right, have a nice week.